This is Sports Radio KFH.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
Check. Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic. The main roads are running smoothly. There are no major incidents at this time, but be aware of construction in I-135 northbound to Kellogg. From the Accident Recovery Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather.
Good morning. Cloudy, breezy, and much colder today. A high of only 58 or 30 degrees lower than Monday. Northeast winds 15 to 30 will make it feel even cooler, and we'll see areas of drizzle and or showers. Better chance of light rain tonight as we fall down to 44. Rain on Wednesday, especially during the morning, then just some showers in the afternoon. Continued very cool, high 53, sunny and 72 on Thursday. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Basically, get out of the way.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
The NCAA is going to make it official in a couple of weeks. They're going to 76 teams for the men's and the women's team. And the one thing that I never, ever want to hear again is a coach complaining that they didn't make the tournament. Not allowed to have that anymore. Can't say it. 76 teams.
Team 77 is going to be on fire next season.
Not allowed.
We were 19 and 15.
Not allowed. And they expanded like I told you they were going to. They just add games on Tuesday and Wednesday. Nobody wanted it, but we got it. 70s. You know who wants it? Coaches. Coaches want it. Conferences want this. That's where you can brag, and the Big Ten can say, we got 9 teams in the SEC. We got all of our teams in March Madness here.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Middays from 11 until 2 on 97.5 and 1240 KFH. Wichita's most listened to sports radio. 97.5 and 1240 KFH. Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Alfront. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next, exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. Limited credit for the Lakers for not committing the biggest choke job ever. And make no mistake, they had a really good look at it, blowing a 3-0 series lead against Houston and having to get back on a plane to H-Town for Game 6. Even letting it go to a Game 7 would have been embarrassing enough, but limited credit for not making history for all the wrong reasons. And the reward for that? The opportunity to be put right through a wood chipper by OKC. And you can miss me with that whole no one thought we would beat the Rockets either nonsense, because the Rockets aren't the Thunder. Nobody is. Only the Spurs are even in the same conversation. And OKC went right through LA in the regular season, and that's when the Lakers had Luka. So how are they going to beat them without him? Answer, they're not. Congrats on grinding out a first-round win that nobody saw coming. Just don't think you're going to do it again, because you're not. I'm Jim Rome. And as always, remember, you can follow me on Instagram at Jim Rome. Jim Rome here. How do I reward Janet as the best mother ever on Mother's Day? Well, with the best gift ever, Aura frames. Your photos actually look like real prints, and there are fun interactions, and then you can frame instantly from anywhere, plus smart photo cropping. Absolutely amazing. Save on gifts that moms love at auraframes.com, and for a limited time, get $25 off the Carver mat frame with code ROME, R-O-M-E. Support the show by mentioning the Jim Rome Show at checkout. Terms and conditions do apply. auraframes.com, code ROME.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Hello, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such movies as Alice Doesn't Live Anymore and Mommy, What's Wrong with That Man's Face?
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
Something worse than any punishment this world has to offer.
Well, hi there, everybody. Welcome in. It is another Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman in for TJ today as we are rocking and rolling through a big week of baseball for the Kansas City Royals. Off to a good start. We'll recap last night's win, a couple of news items to take away from the game as well. We'll also take you through the rest of the sports world. We'll get some NBA playoffs, major injury news in Major League Baseball, way too early NFL mock drafts, which I think might be an interesting look to see how much we're paying attention to that sort of thing. Your calls and commentary, 869-1240 is the phone number to call in to the show and get in touch with us. Max Powers there manning that for us. We also can take your emails at sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. We can take your comments on our video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X. Those are all available to you. And you can also, of course, watch us on 12 News Connected. Thanks to those listening to us on the Odyssey app as well. If you're listening to us on the Odyssey app, you can leave us voice messages. Kind of a cool feature there. You just hit the little microphone, and it's real easy to do. Brady, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Jacob. How are we doing?
We're good. We're good. Joining from Winfield.
Yes.
Got your studio set up, looking good.
And it's still in progress.
I see some Transformers back there.
Yep, that's Studio 86 series Optimus Prime.
Oh, this is a real deal.
Yeah, that's a real deal. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you remember Transformers the movie 1986, I'm sure, Jacob, right?
The movie they made in 1986?
Yeah, the cartoon movie. I have a giant movie poster. It'll be
I'm
back
sure
here to find me some point.
I'm sure I do. Yeah.
It's what it's based off of. That appears. When Optimus Prime, spoiler alert, when Optimus Prime dies in the movie.
Whoa!
Remember that?
Whoa! Some of us are waiting to see it.
I said spoiler alert.
Oh, and you can't stay. You got to give people a chance to brace themselves for the spoiler alert.
Well, get ready for that. It's early on. It's they actually moved past it very, very quickly. But also, a belated May the 4th be with you. That was yesterday. I'm sure you and TJ celebrated.
No, see, I can't. Now, listen. I said it yesterday. I love Star Wars. Star Wars is great. I'll watch all the movies. I watch all the shows. Like, it's fun. But the May the 4th be with you thing, like, we take a good thing
too much
and we ruin it. We do.
It's too much.
We always do it. We do it with everything. Like, it was fun, it was cool, and then now it's like it's this commercialized event of like, oh, May the 4th, we got to get on top of that. Like, no, we all have to shove it in your face. It's like the is it Justin Timberlake or the NSYNC or whatever meme? It's gonna be May. Like
It's gonna be May. Yeah,
that was
that's
was
true.
fun.
Yeah.
For just a second, and we've run our course, and then all the moms get a hold of it on social media. And it's like, okay, it's like when your parents do something, and you're like, all right, like that's not cool anymore. That's the way these all go now, pretty quickly.
Pretty much. Oh, I like the KFH football helmet back there. By the way,
thank you. This is
nice.
A great
I saw you tilt that over right when we got going.
Great listener did this for us. He knew I was
That's
a Cowboys
really nice.
fan. So on one side you've got Cowboys, and on the other side he turned it into a really cool KFH. So there you go.
That reminds
was
me.
A listener gift.
During our first break, I'll go grab it, but I got something I have to show you. Something you mentioned, I think, last time I was on. It'll probably be behind me at some point, but I didn't get a chance to. But I found it. Get ready for this, Jake.
Is it a Macho Man wrestling buddy? That's
no, it's Cowboys related.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I don't have. Yeah, I haven't spruced this thing up in a couple of years. I've got, kid paintings, and I think that's a.
Well, that's all you need right there.
That's a Super Bowl and a World Series credential back there.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
A couple of Rangers bobbleheads. A couple of video game systems. I think it's a Sega Dreamcast you can see back there. My CG covers are really cool little switched up. I have a Dreamcast, a Sega Saturn, PlayStation 2 and 3 back there. They're not hooked up.
The Saturn and the Dreamcast.
Wow. I was a Sega kid. I was definitely a Sega kid. My brothers and we've saved up every penny we had. My parents' rule on video games was you got to buy them yourself, right? Like that was it. Like we're not buying you video games if you want to play. So we saved all our money. We had the Sega Genesis, and you remember there was a store. Every mall had them. Walden something.
Walden Books.
Well, but did the books sell the electronics? I feel like there were two Walden stores. There was Walden Books and then Walden Electronics or something. But so we saved all our money. We had, we probably had 60 games for the Genesis, and we boxed it all up, and we were going to go trade it in. And it was, even back then, that Sega Saturn, when we first got it, because we got it like right when it came out, one of the crown jewels of childhood. I mean, we were the coolest for having that thing. But it still took us each $100 after all our trade in.
Oh, yeah.
We get it. We're so fired up. I think it came with World Series baseball. And we're just like, we're coming home from the mall, and we lived out in the country. So we were, 20, 30 minutes from the mall. We're driving home. We're so fired up. My brother hit a dog. I'll never forget that. Just like the most buzzkill thing ever.
Yeah.
We saved up for months, got our Sega Dreamcast. Everything's going great. We're on top of the world. Then my brother hit a dog on the way home. It was just total buzzkill. Total buzzkill. But I've got the Dreamcast the Saturn was my favorite. But man, it was quirky. Like it had some bugs. But it has some really cool games. And I have a couple of them. The problem is you try to get one now, and they're so expensive. Like you get nostalgia. And you're like, oh, I'll get that.
Yeah. Now it's even more.
My kids have a Switch, and a Switch 2, and so
we just got a Switch 2. Actually,
we got a Switch. There's not really any games for it, but the cool thing they do is you can play all the old games online, and so they just put. Like my hope is at some point they graduate up to the Sega, Saturn games going to that, because playing them like the memory on a Sega, whatever, nobody cares. But that's what's bothering me. All right, so we've got Royals baseball to talk about tonight. We get a win last night, 6-2 over the Guardians. You heard it right here on KFH. It was a very nice win for about 1,000 different reasons that we'll get into on the other side. Some injury news coming out of it, though, we got to check in on here a little bit. And then some other pitching injury news, as you're aware, Brady, that really makes things interesting for the Detroit Tigers. We will see. We'll get into all of this. The other is Noah Cameron. So Tarek Skubal's out, and we'll discuss this. Tarek Skubal's out for a while. And Noah Cameron, who's not been very good lately, is not going to start tomorrow. Low back tightness. So I don't know if maybe there's been a physical component to his struggles. Stephen Kolek's coming off the IL to make the start. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be tonight's start. We'll just have to see. But Right now, Cameron's not going on the IL. I don't know who's going off of the roster yet. I don't think we have the official roster move yet. So we'll have to take a look at that. But that's coming. But a lot of good stuff to take out of last night's game that just is sort of continuing some trends for the Royals. They have a lot going for them right now. We'll get into all of it. We appreciate everybody here. Thanks to Prairie Fire Coffee for keeping us fueled up this morning. It's Sports Daily. It's Albrecht and Bowman on what day is it? On Tuesday. We'll be right
Tuesday.
This is Sports.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83-1001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Do this thing. Go!
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily here on KFH. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman in for TJ. Everything we've got for you today is What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring Caddy Snack, Wichita's golf beer. Caddy Snack Blonde Ale, refreshingly crushable, makes the perfect pairing from the first tee to the 19th hole, no matter the score. Caddy Snack reminds you to beer the ball. Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. Are the Royals back, Brady? We love asking this question. Are they back? Are they all the way back here? Here we go.
Get your Sharpie. Get a pen. We're not talking pencil. We're not erasing this. They are back, Jacob.
They're back. Are you
just like we said they would be?
Are you putting them in the postseason? Are they that back?
Oh man, is anybody that back? Early May and
the Yankees, and the Dodgers, I suppose, or maybe that back.
Well, here's one thing, Jacob. I was looking at I always like looking at the last 10, right? Last 10 games.
Yep.
Royals are 8-2. There's only one other team that's 8-2, which are the Yankees, and the only better 10-game record in the last 10 is 9-1, and that's the Rays. So, by that logic, the Royals are tied for the second best team in Major League Baseball the last 10 days.
I'm going to give you a couple from the Royals media department. They've scored at least 6 runs in 7 of their last 12 games. That is the second most in the majors at this point, in that stretch of time. We know they've won all the games that you just mentioned. Starting pitchers have completed at least 5 innings in 13 straight games. That is the longest streak in the major leagues. I would imagine will be in jeopardy tonight with Kolek coming off the injury list to make the start tonight. They've just been doing a lot of things well, all at the same time, kind of to the same point as it was all going the wrong way. The wrong way for them for a little bit there. So now everything's kind of going right. Michael Walker was great last night. Just the 2 earned in 7 innings pitched, give up the early home run, and that was it. Got him right into the bullpen. We've seen Matt Strahm now have a whole bunch of really good appearances in a row. His performances lately have probably flown under the radar a little bit. He is not allowed a run in his last 5 starts and has only allowed runs in 1 of his last 9, I said starts, appearances. So he's helped tidy things up in the back end with Lynch and Ursig and giving you some stability back there. It's just like everything, as it was all going poorly at one time, is all going well now. And oh, by the way, Jack Caglione has his average almost up to 260. Hit another home run last night. Now we've got day baseball. The third game of this series. The Royals face a lefty, and he better not take him out of the lineup at this point. You better not, Q. Don't do it. I think he'll do it. I think he's going to sit on. I think he'll take him out of the lineup.
I hope not. He's on fire right now.
I know. I'm just telling you. I think he's going to do it. It drives me absolutely up the wall, but I think he's going to do it. And I don't know why. At this point you can't on that day maybe Carter Jensen had a hit last night, but he's needed a little breather, but he carried the offense for a while. Maybe Salvador Perez can catch and Carter Jensen could get a day off. And I'd rather not do any of it. I'd rather give one of the outfielders a day off. Like Lane Thomas cannot play that day, and that'd be all right. It'll be interesting to see, but we got to get him there first. And you come into tonight's game and you see it and you feel like they're probably going to have to score some runs, don't you think? Like, you can't count on that starting pitching that you've had in basically every game, and to do something special for you again here. Cameron's going to the IL. You're bringing Kolek up, so that offense that has shown up in large fashion lately probably going to need to show up again tonight. And I'll say, for as bad as they have looked over the last 2.5 years at times, when they look bad, they look really bad. But when they look good, this is what they do. They're as streaky an offense as there is in baseball. So they got to take advantage of when it is that they are streaky. There's no doubt about that.
Well, and the thing was, especially with last night, well, really, I guess the last 10 games, is that it's everybody's kind of hitting at the same time right now. It's not just like one guy getting all the hits right now and bringing in all the runs. I mean, it's kind of, Vinny was good last night. I mean, everybody, with Junior, of course, did his thing. And of course, Cags, we talked about how great he's been the last few games. Yeah, that's the thing too. That's where I guess I'm feeling optimistic, is talking about streaks. One good thing is, like, they're so good when they're on this streak because it's not just one guy, like everybody, just a classic, good pitching, good hits, put the ball in play, and odds are you're going to win. That's kind of what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I agree. And so it's fun to watch. There's nothing better. We were talking yesterday or the day before, and I was like, man, we were talking about doing this show, and you get to this time of the year and what it's like, and because it is a slower time of the year. There's no doubt. And the thing is, though,
yeah, right now, especially
when the Royals are going, it doesn't really matter. And this is the beauty of good baseball. The beauty of good baseball is, man, you get into it and you just go, and there you are. Like every day, you've got it. You set your watch to it. All right, the Royals play tonight. We're going to watch that, and that's it. But when it's bad, as it was, you're like, man, I ain't watching that.
Yeah, motocross is on. Let's watch some motocross.
Yeah. No way, no chance. I'm not sitting through that punishment.
Some whacked out sports, whatever.
Yeah, whacked out sports. That's right. Every weekend, I guess it is on the KSCW. It was pretty high quality.
Yeah, I think Sunday. I don't know if it's just Saturday or Sunday or just Sunday. It's one of those days. Check it out.
So you get to it, and they get the win in the opener. That's great. You play these head-to-head games, though, you still got like the pressure never lets up in these types of series. So they win 6-2 in the opener. Great. They're going to face a little adversity tonight. Noah Cameron's not going to make the start. We'll see if the offense can get things going, because you're going to have, you would think, your toughest day at the plate offensively. Gavin Williams has been really, really good this year for the Guardians. This will be an interesting game tonight. It kind of feels like a jump on them early kind of game. Then you get battle of lefties on Wednesday, and then day baseball on Thursday to wrap up the series. What now gets interesting is what comes after that. It was setting up that the Royals were going to face Tarik Skubal this weekend, national television and all those things. Now Tarik Skubal's down for a while. And, one starting pitcher going down for a good team, I think typically doesn't like totally derail your expectations for said team. But that dude for that team, that's got to be demoralizing. One of the best in baseball going.
Cy Young winner.
Kind of been the lifeblood of the Tigers through this resurgence they've had. And they're going to be without him 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months. We're not going to see him at least until after the All-Star break. And so now you're just like, oh, man. But it's an opportunity for the Royals here.
That's exactly the word in my mind, opportunity.
All this bad baseball they've played, to start the year. Not recently, but to start the year. And they're sitting here now with everything right in front of them and one of the top 10 players in the American League, the top pitcher in the American League, just went down for one of the teams you're chasing. Both of those teams lost. You beat one of them. The Tigers also lost yesterday. You're 3 games under 500, yet you're only a game and a half out right now. And the wild card's, the wild card is very much in play too. Wild card's the same situation. So I don't know if the Rays are going to hang on to what they've been doing to start the year. History says they probably will. So, you've got the division, you've got a wild card spot. You're sitting there after just an absolutely dreadful April. You're 3 games under 500, but everything's right in front of you. And for as poorly as you were playing before, you're, I won't say the complete opposite of that, but you're pretty close. You're playing great baseball right now. They've been lucky, to say the least, Brady. They've been very, very lucky to start this year. We could easily be looking at this, and you see Tampa at 22-12. We could easily be looking at this, and that could be Detroit or Cleveland's record right now, just based on what they have on the roster. But here we are, and the Royals have everything right in front of them right when they're playing well, or at least up to the expectation we set out for them to start the year. They get all these games. I mean, you come out of this now and you're in that locker room. You smell blood in the water, don't you? You game and a half back all these games against the teams you're directly chasing. Like, you got to smell blood in the water the way you're playing.
Oh, absolutely. Like you're just talking about, as bad as things were, right? It's kind of one of those things, a life lesson. As bad as things can be, I still got breath in my lungs. And that's that's the approach the Royals are taking. It's like, hey, we got through that horrific start that was so bad that people were almost saying, is the season already over?
It was so bad they just slashed the television, rights in half. You can get on for half price a month into the season.
Yeah, so considering where they were at and how fortunate they've been that everybody else is not necessarily lighting the world on fire outside the Yankees and maybe the Rays on the American side, boy, the Royals are very fortunate to be in a position they are. And we were talking last week, Friday, we were just like laminating about how Royals have barely had a good week. We just want a good week. Well, now we're looking at an opportunity for 2 good weeks.
Yep.
If they can do some things well to wrap things up this week.
They're stringing them together. This is what you got to do. They're stringing them together.
What you got to do. Yep.
And here they go. And that Skubal injury feels
huge,
massive. I mean, there have been so many pitching injuries this year. So, I mean, you got Crochet, and then just in the American League, you got Crochet and Skubal on the IL. Your 2 leading Cy Young candidates, they're down. The Royals have had that going for them too. Let's be real. Like, they've been pretty fortunate. Now, they lost their closer right at the start of the year. We did get an update on him. He's going to begin throwing like right away. So you have that. And once he gets through, we talked about this yesterday. JJ Piccolo kind of talked over the weekend. He may not come back as the closer. He may come back and just like work through it at the big league level. So, okay. So that happens, right? And that just gives them another arm back there. I don't know if he'll be the closer again this year. If you had to bet $1 right now, if Carlos Estevez is going to be a closer again this season, I would bet no. I don't think he will, unless there's an injury, because I think Erceg's found it and Erceg's going to hang on. I don't think we're going to see Estevez close anyway. Like, what is the pressure? What is the pressure for them to make him the closer again?
Yeah, right now I don't think there is any. And I
Other
think right
than
now,
he's done it before.
Sure, sure.
He led the league in saves last year. Great year. But I think if anybody's being honest, and we were watching it last year, it felt like experience got him through that. He did not have the best stuff in the Royals pen last year, but he just had done. And there's something to getting a clean inning every time either. Like Daniel Lynch has now been tasked with Lucas Erceg's old duty of like, hey man, can you get us out of this, please? Like Estevez is not going to be the guy you turn to for that. So a clean inning, I think, is important for him, but his health, I mean, you're that close, Brady, from this bullpen being a major problem to Estevez potentially coming back. And if he's just what he was last year, now you throw that within, Strom starting to pitch well. Lynch has been greater. So now you got 4 again. And now it goes back to a strength we thought they'd have at the beginning of the year. Coming in, it was like, this bullpen's going to be awesome. And then they got a bunch of injuries and guys were underperforming. And it was like, oh no, they don't have enough in the bullpen. Well, they could get right back to that. And I think for me, that's got to happen. Like this offense is starting to click a little bit. I just don't, as we see Noah Cameron go on the shelf, and I'll say it again, like if Lugo and Walker replicate what they've been doing, it'll be 2 of the better signings I can remember in the last 10 years for any team that the Royals have been able to make. But it just still feels to me like at some point they're going to, the starting pitching can't just continue to be as good as it's been the last 2 years. These guys are getting older. A lot of guys are, kind of reaching innings thresholds they'd never reached. So we'll see. Maybe they can. But Estevez hopefully coming back gives them another piece in a bullpen that has been what we thought would be really good to, oh crap, they don't have anybody back there, to now maybe a strength of the team again. We'll see how he comes back from injury. I'm going to wait. I'm in wait and see mode with Estevez.
Yeah, I think big thing, it's kind of what you're alluding to. It's peace of mind at this point. Just some comfort knowing that you have that depth that maybe you weren't sure that you're going to have, or confirming that you're going to have. So that's always a good problem. That's a good problem to have. That, well, hopefully you don't need him, but he's in the back pocket if you do. Not a bad problem.
Well, they need him. I don't think there's any question they need him. Schreiber's not there. I don't know that you're supremely confident in, some of the other guys they brought in this offseason. They need him because I do think they need one more guy back there. There's all this, like, it feels like everybody's like dancing around the issue a little bit of like, well, but he may not have to be the closer. And we're going to be like, why are we even like, this isn't something we got to really like overthink a little bit. Why would you make him the closer right now? You don't have to do that. You don't have to tell us why. Erceg's got better stuff. They just let Erceg be the closer. Estevez, he's already been paid a bunch of money. Like, just bring him in and let him pitch in any of the innings. They're going to need them all. So we'll see. I don't know. They're just going to keep saying this. They're going to say things about him. I don't think unless there's an injury, I don't think he'll be the closer again this year.
Well, right now everything's working too. So it's
I don't know why. I don't know why you would try to force that issue back in there. Don't do it. Now, there will be another thing to be said of like Estevez, who's been a closer for so long now. Can he come in and pitch the 7th inning? Is he cool with that? He's got his Kamehameha and all the fun stuff that he does, and he's such a high energy, fun guy. Can he bring you that in the 7th when it's not closing out a game? My guess is he probably can. He's been doing this a long time. My guess is he probably can. But that will be, I think, something to probably keep an eye on there as well as the Royals get ready to go tonight. Game 2 against the Guardians. You fired up, Royals fans? You'll hear it right here on KFH, by the way. You will have pregame coverage beginning at 6 o'clock for the 6:40 first pitch, and it will be Stephen Kolek in his first appearance of the year, coming on with the IL, taking on the best the Guardians have so far this year in Gavin Williams. It should be good stuff. 6:40 first pitch, and we'll see. The offense has been the key lately. We kind of gave you some of those numbers. They've been as good in offense as there is in baseball since April 21st, really since that losing streak. Since that losing streak, they are on fire. That's
in the past, Jacob. It's in the past. What losing streak?
We did the same thing last year. This is what we do now with the Royals. They're streaky. Okay, can we just let's all just understand it, and we'll grit our teeth and close our eyes through the bad stuff and really enjoy it when they're on a hot streak. All right, we'll come back. We got more Sports Daily for you. It is a Tuesday. It's Albrecht and Bowman. We'll be right back.
lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
Welcome back in, everybody. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care, celebrating 60 years in Wichita, providing expert lawn care for a healthy lawn, tree and shrub care, and bedweed control. Since 1966, Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care. We've got you coming back in. Jacob Albach, Brady Bowman here, in for TJ this morning. TJ back tomorrow. Talking Royals there in the first segment. If you'd like to chime in on that, you can. I think this is Max chiming in. Max, you got a big birthday. Your birthday guy. I'm guessing our chat room has two Brady Bowman. So this is from you.
I was confused there for a second.
A birthday here on Cinco de Mayo, Max, for you to tell us about. Hit me.
The one and only Thunder hockey legend, Jason Duda.
Oh, really? Is it? Happy birthday to Jason Duda.
To many more.
There's another one, I believe, that you've been hinting at in the chat room.
That was it, Jason Duda.
Why am I seeing in the chat room?
That's not me.
Is this you, Brady?
Well, I saw the question being posed, which was by myself, but that's not me. Okay. And then I answered myself.
You guessed.
I guessed Barry Sanders.
All right. You guessed Barry Sanders.
Yeah, that was my guess.
I was like, it's Barry Sanders' birthday? No, Matt. Okay, so what happened is in our video stream right now, Max's audio feed is because Brady was in studio the other week, and we can't change this.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, wait, no, we can change this. I'm going to do that now. It says Brady Bowman, and then Brady Bowman asked a question that Brady Bowman then answered, and I was like, what? It's Barry Sanders.
And I got it wrong.
Happy birthday, Jason Duda. Happy birthday. That's funny. I was like, I did not know it's Barry. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Brady, I think we're probably a little too old to participate in Cinco de Mayo festivities on a random Tuesday.
I mean, we got lives and we got to work, and
I don't know how much partying I'm going to be doing today, but I'll try to find some Mexican food for lunch or dinner tonight in celebration of Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. So I loved Cinco de Mayo as a younger man who didn't have all the things to worry about.
Back in Manhattan?
It's a great night to go out and party it up a little bit and have some cervezas, but not anymore. Not anymore. Happy Cinco de Mayo, though. To everybody.
There was some Cinco de Mayo celebrated in Aggieville back in my day, Jacob.
I can imagine there was, and in every college towns. Look, but you just need to, you can call it whatever you want. If it's a day that somehow might involve a beer, every college town in America is going to town. You got St. Patrick's Day, you got Cinco de Mayo. I don't know.
Wednesday, Thursday,
Labor Day,
Friday,
Flag Day, Arbor Day. It doesn't matter what it is. It's like, oh man, we gotta go celebrate this today, don't we? Thursday,
Thursday
in college, just whatever it is, just doesn't matter. I think about those days now, and I think about my stamina and how my stamina has waned.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything now is like a business decision. Right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go have some beers. Let's make a business decision here. What's this going to cost me? Not in terms of dollars and cents. That's kind of the ironic part. When you're a younger broke man, you're like, what is this actually going to cost me as dollars and cents? Do I have enough money to go pull this off?
Yes.
What is the cheapest way for me to get the job done tonight? Now it's like, what is this going to cost me in terms of how bad am I going to feel tomorrow?
Yes.
How late are we staying up here? What are we talking? 10 o'clock?
Right, because it's not about you anymore either. It's like it's other people you have to consider.
No. My kids don't care how late I went to bed. Nothing changes for them. We're up and going just the same way. And it is now everything's got to be a business decision. I don't know if I can pull that off.
What am I doing tomorrow, actually? Because I got to think about tomorrow, me.
You hit that certain age, and it's what am I doing the next 2 days? What does the next 2 days look like here?
Yeah.
And I used to give guys like me now such a hard time. Oh, you baby, you'll be fine. Like, there's so much karma piled up now into a hangover. It's like,
no, I don't even mess with it anymore. Like,
I don't think I can go down the road of a hangover. And sometimes we're still idiots and we make bad decisions, but not today, not on this Cinco de Mayo. This guy, I will be celebrating lightly. So Brady, I was looking at this. CBS Sports put out its way too early mock draft for next year. Now, I'm not going to look too much into this because they're having fun trying to guess the draft order and doing all those sorts of things with it.
Sure.
But one thing I did want to see in a draft where we just didn't have a lot of pizzazz in it, mostly because the quarterback class was not, eyeball catching or eye raising, whatever. Next year in this mock, there are 6 quarterbacks in the first round right now. Now we're cooking a little bit here. We've needed one of those we went from the Cam Ward class to the Fernando Mendoza class.
Yeah.
Now, most of these quarterbacks are transfers. Drew Mestemaker, who transferred into Oklahoma State, which is interesting. Never even heard of this guy before right now. He played at North Texas, Brady. We're always honest, by the way, on this show, Brady. If you have heard of Drew Mestemaker, good for you. I have not. I didn't watch a lot of North Texas football last year. We've got then names that you do know. Darian Mensah. I think we all know the Duke QB who chose Miami. He was highly sought after, the latest Miami transfer quarterback. The others are Jaden Mayava, who we all have heard. He's been an interesting player to watch at USC. Of course, Arch Manning, not a transfer. Dante Moore, not a transfer. The top 2 listed. I'll be real curious to see Arch Manning. I thought he was built to fail with the hype going in as a college quarterback, in my opinion. I still think he has a chance to be fantastic. And I will not be surprised at all if he's not the top quarterback next year. Dante Moore is going to be pretty widely considered that going into the year. But I do think next year's draft and next year's draft class is going to be a lot of fun. Because you're going to have, if there are really 6 quarterbacks that could go. Now, of course, this is way too early. We got to see some of these guys play. But we're at minimum going to have Moore and Manning at the top, I would think. I would be stunned if they're not. I'd be pretty surprised if Darren Mensah's not in there. Jaden Mayava, okay. I'll buy that, I guess. He needs to show something, but all the tools and skills and stuff are there. And then some of these other guys we'll see. CJ Carr, he's got a chance to win a ton of games, I think. I don't know that he's jumped off the screen at people, but he'll have a chance to. And then again, Drew Mestemaker, I don't know who that is. Never watched him play a second of football, so we'll see. But if you give me 6 quarterbacks in the first round of an NFL draft, we're in at that point. We got a lot of run out of Simpson going to 13 to the Rams because it felt like such a surprise. Oh my God, there it is. We were reaching on that. That wasn't that exciting. That wasn't as exciting as people tried to make it out to be.
It was a head scratcher, but it wasn't like this shock the world sort of thing.
Well, it just wasn't that interesting. We tried to pretend like it was super interesting, but it wasn't.
He's a backup. He's a backup for sure.
1 year.
Right. Yeah. Going back what you're talking about with the top 2 with Moore and Arch. I mean, I was just getting flashbacks. I believe it was 2005 when Eli was drafted, and it was who do you go between Eli and Phillip Rivers? I think Roethlisberger was also. Yep, he was also in that draft.
Team Roethlisberger's in there for sure.
Yeah, so it got a little flashback of that draft, which that was an exciting year.
Peyton and Ryan Leaf.
Man,
if we could get one
Drew
of those,
Bledsoe and Rick Meyer.
If we could get one of those, don't start with the Patriots talks, Brady and Max.
Oh, more on that a little bit later.
I've let you guys off the hook on the old Office romance deal here. We've let you guys off the hook on that now.
I learned a lot from Max last Friday.
I'm ready. You guys get out of hand. You guys
when
get
you
out of
get to
hand with
12
the
Super
Patriots
Bowls.
talk, and we're pulling it out. We're pulling out the Rossini Vrabel talk. If you two don't,
That's all right. You stop worrying about who everybody else is sleeping with. Talk when you get to 12 Super Bowls. Thank you.
Max,
I'm
dropping the mic.
Max, listen to me. I'm a Cowboys fan. We're never getting to 12 Super Bowls.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
Here's the time.
Yeah.
Look at this, Jacob.
Oh, look at that Drew Bledsoe action figure. Thank you, Tom Brady, for giving us Drew Bledsoe. Bledsoe's a good Cowboy. Those were some fun Cowboy years.
He had a good season. He really did.
The Bill Parcells
People
years,
forget.
they were fun. They were all right. We didn't bring anything to fruition, but they were all right. This is the last year of this iteration, by the way, that they're going to have a chance. Like I think they nailed the draft. This is it. This is their year. If it's not this year, it's never for this version
We're all
of the Cowboys.
All in.
They better be. Like, what else are you doing, Jera? Like, you're going to run out of time, man. But yeah, easy with the Patriots talk there, or we will go down the Rossini Vrabel wagon real quick. We'll take this
one
show
more
off.
Drew Bledsoe.
We'll take this
Cowboys.
show off the rails. What?
Drew Bledsoe's Cowboys note. You talked about thank you, Tom Brady, for Drew Bledsoe going to Cowboys. Well, him getting hurt with Dallas brought in Tony Romo.
I know, poor guy, but Bledsoe was good, man. That's Drew Bledsoe.
Bledsoe couldn't move, but although he had a lot of rushing, he had some decent rushing yards from time to time, or decent rushing plays time to time this year with the Cowboys.
He's a
big
dude. The biggest name non-quarterback in this mock is Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith will be interesting for Ohio State. I think, God, Ohio State is just pumping out great receivers. I don't know what he'll get compared to, but he's going to have a chance to be really good. He's like really good. Like you will be sitting there with Jeremiah Smith, and the quarterbacks are going to go early, and everyone's just going to be waiting to try to pounce on Jeremiah Smith. Julian Sayin is not on that list because he's not eligible yet. Is he good enough to get Smith the ball to have one of those special kinds of seasons? We'll see. I mean, Sayin was good last year. Kind of fizzled there at the end, but he'll be probably in 2 years when we're having this conversation, one of the top guys. Just saying. Yeah, right. I'm ready. I'm ready for college football mostly. And KU fans don't want to hear this. I don't know how excited I am about KU football. I don't know any KU football next year. To me, they have brought in really good and exciting players, but when you've had the same quarterback for what feels like a decade, I don't know what to expect there. I want to be excited for it. I want to see him, take that next, chapter and what it looks like. But I just I've got, you have gut feelings. I've got no feeling for KU football. You could tell me any outcome and I'd believe you. K-State football, though, with Avery Johnson there, now the return of Colin Klein and Brendan Sorsby not listed in that mock draft. I don't know what to expect out of him in the draft. He'd probably been a projected first-round guy.
No, otherwise, yeah.
But the Big 12 is going to be wide open for K-State and KU. If Tech will still be favored to win it without Sorsby, but they don't have a quarterback right now. I don't think they do. All right, we'll come back. We got another hour of Sports Daily. Your calls, comments coming your way.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Hello, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such movies as Alice Doesn't Live Anymore and Mommy, What's Wrong with That Man's Face?
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
Something worse than any punishment this world has to offer.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. It is Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman. Glad to be here with you. We'll get back to the Royals later in the hour as they continue to go streaking. We will have some fun with some of the other headlines around the sports calendar as well. It's all What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, where it's patio season. Have a brew with a view on Delano's rooftop deck. Enjoy happy hour on WBC East's patio, or grab a pizza outside shielded from the setting sun at WBC West. When you think patio, think Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. Maybe not patio right this second. A little chilly out there this morning. Get that sunshine out. Did you guys down in Winfield catch any of the storm last night?
Yeah, we did actually. I was telling Amy that I guess I didn't need to water the lawn last night. I did. I watered. I gave the lawn a good soaking around like 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
and I think it's probably around 9, 10 o'clock. Came in. I sounded like maybe even a little bit of small hail, but it rained pretty good down here in Winfield.
Yeah, it rained a lot last night. It hailed a lot, and it was, I don't know, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and we just hear it, and we're just getting peppered. And I'm like, is that hail? Like, what the hell? And so I look at the radar. There's this tiny little thing going right over us. And it was red, and it was only red. It was strange. It was just like one thunderstorm powering through on the tail end. And man, it just hailed for, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes right over the top of us here. I didn't want to
There's been a lot of hail.
It
recently.
Sounded small. I was like, I'm not gonna not sleep because I'm gonna be worried about what that did. I'm just gonna lay here and pretend like that's really small and it's not doing anything, because I don't really have the energy to go survey things. I think it's fine. I haven't been outside yet, but it's a little chilly out there this morning. So bundle up, everybody. Starting to worry about our garage sale weather here, Brady. I'm not ready for a garage sale in the cold.
No,
come
that's
on,
the worst.
Man.
That's the worst.
How am I going to pull that off?
A garage
I don't
sale
want anybody
alone
inside my garage, so it's like you're roughing it out there. We'll see how long this tough guy holds to. We're not letting anybody in the garage because we're going to be sitting out there in the wind. I don't want them in. I want it to be all driveway.
Right. That's the way to do it, ideally.
But if it's 40 degrees and windy that morning, but it's going to be hard not to just say, well, we could just sit right here on the inside of the garage with a little bit of a wind break. That'll be tough. We're probably going to fold and cave on that. But then we'll I'll put tape on the driveway and say, nobody crosses this line. Don't come mess with my stuff.
If that's the case and you do have to use a garage, or I guess if it's cold enough, maybe have the kiddos sell some hot chocolate.
Well, they'll be at school. For the first legs of this, they've got school. Although that's a good idea. It'll be beautiful by the weekend. Once they can get involved, it's going to be great. It'll be really nice.
Yeah.
But it'll just we'll you and TJ have me covered here Thursday morning. Just know when you're looking outside that I'll be out there suffering at the garage sale. That's been a decade in the making. I cannot wait to get all of these things out of my house.
I got to think long game. Think long game.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. All right. So let's tell everybody how you can get in touch with the show. By the way, 869-1240 is the number to call. You can also email us. That email is sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. You can leave us video comments, Facebook, YouTube, X. That's all available for you. You can also get in touch with the show via the Odyssey app by leaving us voice messages. Thanks for those also watching on 12 News Connected as we take this thing through. Seeing video right now of your boy Dalton Reisner run a marathon. A 5K. I guess that's not a marathon, is it?
No.
3 miles in 26 minutes. 3 miles.
That's not too bad.
What is that? A 8.5 minute mile?
Well, my last 5K that I did, Jacob, was probably, I want to say a couple years ago. I think it was the 5K that Wellington does every summer before
except me,
the Wheat Festival. Yeah, before the Wheat Festival, they have a 5K in Wellington in Sumner County. And last time I did that, I was just like 26:30 or 26:40, something like that. Dalton Reisner is a much bigger gentleman than I am.
And you're not 6'5", 315 pounds.
No, and it took everything I had to get that time.
I watched, who was it? It was was an offensive lineman. Now I can't think of who it was. Played college ball at Iowa. He broad jumped out of a swimming pool. And it would look like it was about 5 feet of water. He was from inside the pool, broad jumped up and out of the pool onto the side. From in the water. Started in the water.
That's amazing.
Like, you see that kind of, like, you can't, a lot of that, you can't teach that.
No.
I just, like, I sit there and I'm chasing kids to all these sports and seeing how dead serious these parents take this stuff. And I just want to be like, guys, I can promise you I love sports more than anybody. There's, like, we're fighting genetics here. Like,
Yeah.
why are you putting yourself through this?
Right.
Like, we're out there chasing 7 and 8 year olds. Like, they're going to the World Series. And it's like, when did we stop losing? Because I look at that kind of stuff. I look at, and I'm like, what? Like, you're never going to have a chance against that.
No.
Like, you're fighting genetics too much. Let's all chill. And it got me. I saw it because there were 2 different viral coach/parents fighting umpire videos yesterday. I think they were both baseball, and then somebody posted an old bat. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, chill out. And I do it too. I told TJ yesterday, I'm yelling at every game I'm at. Like, I'm just yelling something. I'm not usually like on the attack. I will say that when I coach my 5th grade daughter's basketball team and calls aren't going your way, I can get a little feisty there as a coach.
I can see that. Yeah.
It's kind of hard not to get caught up in the moment. But, this is self-reflective too. Like, let's all just take a step back and watch a guy like Dalton Reisner run a 5K and realize, like, all right, what are we doing here? Like, let's all just relax a little bit.
It reminds me of something I've been thinking about a lot the last, I don't know, couple months more so. And I don't know why I've been thinking about this more, realizing this more. But, even professional sports, right? Like, whether you're a fan or whatever, or kind of doing what we do, et cetera. And you'll go on and be like, oh man, that guy had just a really bad game. What is he doing? And I'm just thinking, like, wait, do you not realize that this guy that you're thinking is just terrible, can't play football, can't do this, he's a pro. He was the all-star of his high school, his college.
I don't have a problem with that. You're making lots of money, you get the high profile, like, we're paying.
Sure. Well, I'm just talking in the realm of, we forget, like, even when a pro player is having a bad day, we forget just how gifted these athletes are, how talented they are. Even if you're at that level, to get to that level, kind of what you're talking about overall, like, the odds of anybody reaching that level is so small that you forget just how talented
so many of us are impossible. Right?
That's probably the better way.
We're losing the genetic. Like, the odds are small if you're lucky enough to get the genes to put you in a position.
True.
Like,
Yeah.
You look at us, like, I mean, maybe, I suppose, like, had we'd done things a little different, like golf could have been in the cards, maybe. But even then, like, there's such a physical component to that, like, to me, I watch great athletes swing golf clubs and hit them, and you're like, they even do that better than I do. But then I also, Adam Hadwin, who lives here now, he did a charity event. Buddy Tommy Castro is a big part of that. And I watched him at Topgolf. He ain't that much bigger than I am. And he's piping it, 300 yards on his drives. I'm like, where's that coming from? How do you do that? Like, there's not enough, but let's just have fun with it, I guess, is the point. And yeah, when they are the pros, we can give them a hard time. Something that is out that I want to get to, Brady. We've got the top. So you'll see these from time to time, these top 25s, these way too earlys. I'm talking about college basketball. I have one from CBS Sports. I'm going to search during the break and see if ESPN has updated its top 25, way too early top 25. I think that they have. I don't know how recently. I don't think that they've updated it post Tyron Stokes. CBS has updated theirs post Tyron Stokes. So I want to get into that and see where does this all go for here? We'll get into that on the other side. We've got Royals talk coming as well. I'm going to find a couple of these top 25 too earlys. See if I can find ESPN's. I know that CBS has put its out. We'll just see what everybody thinks of this Jayhawk roster compared to its peers on the other side. It's Sports Daily. It's Albrecht. It's Bowman. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-01 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
On KFH.
Welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman. Glad to be with you. TJ will be back in tomorrow with Brady, as we are we're trying to tread into what is typically a lighter season. Now, it's lighter for us. Of course, you've got the NBA playoffs happening, the Stanley Cup playoffs happening. We had overtime hockey, the Hurricanes, Max, take down the Flyers in OT. Max, how have the Stanley Cup playoffs been so far? Have they been as awesome as they typically are?
Yes. Excellent.
Yeah. I'll never be able to get over not winning our bet last year, Max. But where's smart money this year? Where are we at on this thing?
I can't tell you. There's too many. I mean,
Okay.
even, and I hate to say this, even the Ducks in Anaheim, who shouldn't have a team. Yeah.
Well,
And they lost in overtime too.
we're in the conference semifinals. Is that right? I think that's right.
Yeah.
So
And
there's that.
the Canadians will get the calls.
There's the NBA playoffs happening right now, of course, which we are. I look. How are you not seeing what the Knicks are doing right now? The Spurs fall in game 1 last night. Like there's some pretty interesting things. The Timberwolves, Brady, I don't know how much you were paid. Like I thought Anthony Edwards was out for a while. He's back, and all of a sudden the T-Wolves beat the Spurs in San Antonio in game 1. Like, okay.
What a statement that is.
Got my attention here.
What did you think of the floor? God, that's an ugly floor.
I don't know that I hate it. I don't know that I hate it.
Look this up.
I don't know that I hate it. I think the Spurs are really interesting. I like the colors. Let me say that. So I think that the Spurs, and it's always been one of those strange oddities in sports, right? The Spurs, who have like the simplest uniforms. Now they've spiced them up with some color, like the ones they were wearing last night. But it was always so strange as a kid because they always just wear black and silver, right? Pretty simple. Yet their court had this neon flair to it. And now that they're embracing that, I kind of like it. Because it's San Antonio. Have you ever been to San Antonio? San Antonio is one of my favorite cities. And the Spurs logo it's got this pink and teal and orange, and like they always had it on their court, and I always thought that was so cool, and it was never in their uniform. And I do like these uniforms that incorporate it a little bit, by the way, for the record. So yeah, look, I'm okay with it. I mean, the crowd was into it. They were all wearing the appropriate, colors of neon shirts, now they didn't win, so they probably won't do it again. I don't know how often they've done this year, but I like it. I like it.
I'm looking at the court now, and I'm seeing what you're talking about. I'm getting like 1990s Taco Tico vibes.
Yeah, the Aztec. I don't know.
Yeah.
I assume those are like Aztec or something. Maybe they're Native American. I'm not 100% sure. those designs within the 3-point arc, that I don't like. I don't like that part. Take that out and leave everything else the same though, and I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I don't know which part of it you don't like, Max, but if it's just the neon colors,
It looks
to
like
me,
Miami Vice.
It is, but that
Yes,
to me reminds me of old school Spurs. So I like the I don't ever like the design stuff that they're doing. Like we see it a lot in college basketball now. That always just feels a little too noisy to me. But I like the color explosion there. And I do like also that the Spurs have incorporated that into the uniform like they have. They better worry more about why did you just let Minnesota take game 1 from you?
Yeah, when you're the favorite outside OKC. Well, I mean, they've had OKC's number too, so everybody's been looking at that. I've been looking at Spurs and Thunder as like these are the two teams going next. It's going to be one of those two. And then
that's
Minnesota
what I've been
comes
waiting
in.
for. I'm sitting here saying I can't wait to see the Spurs take their shot. That's kind of the thing I've been waiting on in the NBA playoffs. Our guy Brandon Zenner's rolling his eyes at me right now. He's saying, "Why aren't you watching the Timberwolves?" Maybe I should be.
He's been on to something this whole time. And going back to the unis.
I don't know how much confidence we have, but we work with Ryan Johnson, one of our producers. We work with some Minnesota.
Right. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Ryan, big time Minnesota
we owe it
guy.
to them to dive into that. Maybe we do. But instead, what I'm doing is trying to figure out the transfer portal and looking at way too early top 25s. That's what I'm doing instead. It's sad day. All right. I did find an ESPN way too early top 25 from April 27th.
Okay.
What day did Tyron Stokes sign? Tyron Stokes.
God, it's right around that same time.
I know. I don't think that they're in, because Kansas isn't listed in theirs. The school officially announced it 5 days ago. So I think that theirs came before the Stokes decision. So I've got to take theirs with a grain of salt when we're talking about looking at this for Kansas. So then we go to CBS's, their top 25 and 1 that they do every year. They updated theirs yesterday. And there's a lot of similarities at the top. So, for all intents and purposes right now, Florida is the number 1 team on both of these. Duke is the number 2 team on both of these. Michigan is the number 3 team on both of these. Illinois 4 on both. UConn's 5 on both. So you're seeing a lot of similarities then, you get to it and you mix it in. So what I wanted to look at was, one, where's KU post Stokes? Well, CBS put him at 25. They put Kansas in their current roster at 25. I had seen some rumors that thought they may jump into some people's top 15s, which I always felt like was a little too much. Like top 15, I still don't know that I'd put him there. Top, right at 25 is where CBS has him. Okay, I could probably accept that. I'd really, Brady, like to see him get one more player. And Abdi Bashir's been the name floated out there, and Abdi Bashir makes a boatload of sense for KU to add to its roster. If they added him, then I think you could probably start to see them creep up a little bit. Because right now it does feel like, to me, they have a deficiency shooting the basketball again this year, based on what's coming back. Now, we'll see if Leroy Blyden can add a little flair, and we'll see what kind of shooters these freshmen can be, because they've got a bunch of freshmen on this team. I don't know how much to ever expect out of freshman shooters, so it's hard for me. But they get a guy like Bashir, it's like, okay, well, there's 2, 3 threes a game on the average you probably take up. But 25 feels about right with Tyron Stokes. I'm actually glad to see it there, because I think the more KU can get into next year without big-time expectations, probably the better it's going to be for them. I don't know if you agree with that, but with Stokes doing everything he can to draw all the attention that he can, this team to me is not going to be the team in, October, November that everyone's saying, oh man, this is a team that's going to win a national championship this year. But Stokes really wants everybody watching him. So it's like, give me a little less attention for KU early on while they get their legs a little bit. They're relying a lot on young players to me to probably be great out of the gates. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, for sure. And again, get Bashir, then easily, put him in the top 15 to start out the season if you add that piece.
I mean,
but
he's not, that's the thing though. He's not like the kind of player to make it, jump off the screen at you, but I think he completes the roster.
Right, exactly.
He completes a roster. All right, so let's look at the rest of the Big 12. So we go into this thing, and I just listed those top teams for you. Nobody in the Big 12 yet. CBS has it down to number 10 before you get a Big 12 team, and that's Arizona. Arizona right now is their top team. They've got Iowa State at 12, Houston at 13, and then KU. So right now, the Big 12 does not, the Big 12 last year had all the hype going in, all of it. This year, not so much. This year, it is not Big 12 dominant. And that's that feels like a challenge to me for the league to go get it. It feels to me too, Brady, like we don't have as much. Would it be certainty? I don't know. I don't think the portal was any crazier this offseason as it was. I think it's equally crazy, but I don't even really disagree with where those rankings have the Big 12 teams. I mean, you're kind of just betting Arizona's the one that feels the safest because they bring Krivach back and they'll have in where there's almost no returners. They at least have some. Iowa State, isn't that kind of a reputation thing? They're going to lose Momcilovic. Houston, this will be the first year Houston actually does have to do a massive overhaul because they haven't had to in so long.
Which is so weird in the current landscape of college basketball, college sports in general. You just assume every year you're rebuilding no matter what. It's crazy to have anybody keeping any group, any core amount of players for
except
more
Wichita
than one season.
State. I mean, I wonder if Wichita State, I need somebody to stack up their returning minutes against every team in the country and tell me where that ranks. It's got to be up there. It's got to be up there. The other problem is when you make these lists is right now, there are still at least 3 of everybody's top transfer, at least 3, we'll call it everybody's top 10 or so that are going to change this landscape pretty mightily. Momcilovic, we just mentioned, he still hadn't committed anywhere. Neither has Allen Graves, who we've been talking about forever, and Tonde Yesufu, the Baylor transfer, who was a late entry into the portal that we kind of wondered if KU missed on Stokes. Those guys still don't have landing spots. I don't know, could they be landscape changing? I think they probably could. You take any of these teams that are on these lists and you add one of those guys and they're going to jump up. Another interesting one I wanted to look at was Louisville. And because they just got a reclass, I don't know if you saw this yesterday. They got one of the top players of 2027 to reclass. He's a center and join them. I believe next year is their plan. So you add in, Flory Badunga, Shellstad. They've added a boatload of other transfers. They've spent a ton of money. They're at 14, plus one of the top players, 27, is going to come in. They return one of their key players. Louisville feels like they may be slept on a little bit. They got a coach that, Pat Kelsey, that I think most people really like. I think they may be not getting enough credit. Now, they better hope they do something for the amount of money they spent on this thing.
Sure.
But they're the same on both lists too. ESPN's on theirs. And again, they won't have that reclass invested in theirs. But they're another one that's kind of sitting there. So these are crazy. I'd have to go back and compare the 2025 lists to where things ended up. But just I don't know how else to evaluate the transfer portal. I mean, it is.
I don't think anybody does yet.
I've always struggled with it. I struggled with the high school recruiting classes, right? But with the high school recruiting classes, it usually wasn't impacting what was going to happen the next year. Sometimes in college basketball, a little bit, almost never in college football, but it wasn't like earth-shattering. The transfer portal, how do we evaluate it? I don't know how anybody does this job. And again, Godspeed to everybody who tries. I appreciate their work so much. I don't have the time and the energy for it. I wouldn't even know where to start. I know that the really good ones are talking to coaches. They're talking to people, that are by sports to kind of get the buzz. What do you hear? And what do you think of this? And the coaches know, but I don't how do we evaluate any of this stuff? Like the Shockers are an easy evaluation next year. They're an old school evaluation, right?
Right.
They kept all their good players that they could. They've brought in a couple of guys. We like the experience. They're an easy evaluation. They're going to very likely get picked to win the American next year. That's not hard. We don't ever get that anymore. So it's made this Shocker offseason so fun. For all these others, hell, I don't know. Florida is they're the number one on both of these, and you're going to see a theme here. Okay. Florida's returning 6 of its top 7 scores. Boom, they're at the top of the list.
Yeah,
Duke,
that's an easy decision.
Duke returning 4 of its top 6 players. Boom, they're at the top of the list.
Yep.
Right? Michigan's bringing back a couple of guys. Illinois, who's number 4 on both lists, returning 6 of their top 9 scores. Boom, they're at the top of the list. So, it almost feels like everybody's just clinging to okay, so what do we know here? We know these were good teams. We know they're returning their players. Let's go with that. And that's where I think it gets interesting for teams like Louisville, who are large, or Texas, for instance, who are largely rebuilding everything and have been so loud in the portal. It's okay, I could see that. But how do you stack that up against, Florida, a great team returning 6 of its top 7 scores? Nobody's going to dethrone them, by the way.
No.
Unless Duke got Tonde Yesufu, nobody's taking Florida off the top of that list. So that stuff's going to be, and they're probably going to stay there, honestly, all year. Florida's probably going to be a wire-to-wire number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, I would guess. Duke probably going to be the same thing. I think it gets a little dicier after that, but maybe not.
It's interesting. It feels like it's been forever since Louisville has been a player.
It does,
a team
and
that
it
you
hasn't.
think about.
I mean, they've had good years, but I agree with you. I totally
but
agree
recently,
with that.
yeah. So that would be kind of cool for them to be back in the mix. And kind of going back to what you were talking about earlier, as far as the overview, the outlook for the Big 12 going into this season, as far as some of these too early top 25 lists. I kind of wonder if the last 2 seasons, especially regular season, Big 12 was top of the mountain. Everybody agreed, top of the mountain, but have kind of disappointed in tournaments. We kind of flamed out in the tournament the last couple of years. So I kind of wonder if, as far as the hype, the Big 10 stole the spotlight this season from the Big 12 during the tournament. So I kind of wonder if that's starting to play a little factor. They're thinking about, how are these teams going to end up when it comes to March Madness?
Is the one, the SEC is the one that's been probably the most consistent. I always have a hard time. When we look at the Big 12 in the tournament, AJ DePonsa didn't play. Darren Peterson was hurt.
Yeah.
Iowa State had a critical injury in theirs. JT Toppin went down. So when we really saw peak Big 12, 4 or 5 of the best players in the league were hurt going into the tournament or hurt in the tournament. So is that really a fair evaluation? I don't think it probably is. Not that we're trying to make excuses, but I always think you got to look bigger picture than just what happens in the tournament, because so much wild stuff gets in there. Man, you're right on Louisville. Before Pat Kelsey got there, it was a rough 4 years. For them.
They were gone. You have to go back to
disappeared off the map, and now they're back and they're doing this. And I like when Louisville's good. I don't know if you feel the same way.
I do.
But I'd rather see Louisville be good than Kentucky. I don't know why. There's no reason for that, but I do. So I'd kind of prefer them both to be good, because I think it's a fun rivalry. All right, we'll come back. Let's talk Royals a little more. We'll go back to baseball when we return on Sports Daily.
This is Sports
lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems
Why are they hiding it?
and real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Thanks to Crestview Country Club for being a great supporter of the show. Good time to tell you, maybe you wanted to get out and play a little golf today and you don't want to go rough it when it's 49 degrees and windy like it is. They got 2 world-class simulators there at Crestview Country Club. You can get on those. You can play courses from all over the world. It's fantastic. You can order some beer and some lunch, whatever you want to do, right there inside the nice, cozy, warm facility there at the clubhouse. But you got a couple of simulators there. Great for weather days like this, or you can get out there and play if you want to. 36 holes to choose from. Lots of different membership opportunities out at Crestview. Give them a call. Tell them we sent you here from Sports Daily. We come back. Brady's in with TJ tomorrow. Brady, do not forget, I need representation. Tomorrow's Hawaiian Shirt Wednesday. Now, you strike me. Take this however you'd like. As a guy who's got at least one option for a good Hawaiian shirt.
No, I don't actually. I don't have a Hawaiian shirt, so I got to find something. Yeah. So, but apparently I have that vibe.
Boy, you do have that vibe. That's a good thing. I don't know what to say to that. Yeah, I'm going to need Max. Don't let him off the hook. Max, don't let him off the hook.
I'll find something.
TJ's going to be a fun hater. Store. We know TJ's going to be a fun hater. That's how he rolls.
That's right.
Tommy,
you got to show up, Brady. Get something flowery, something.
Anything. Wild, vibrant. It's a Wednesday. It's a hump day. It's going to be cold outside. We're going to need it tomorrow.
I'm trying to have something in storage.
Actually, wait. No. Wait, hang on a minute. I'm off a day. You're in Thursday. I'm here tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm on Thursday.
Okay, you're here. You can wear a Hawaiian shirt anytime you want. So you're off the hook here. I'll represent us tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, Hawaiian shirt Wednesdays. I'll represent us tomorrow. TJ will not. He'll be a baby. But we'll survive. Let's go back.
TJ has a Hawaiian shirt.
He doesn't do it. He thinks he's too cool. He's like Tommy. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm too cool. No, come on.
Can't do that. I just played at the old course. I can't do that now.
Right. They wouldn't. I'd wear my Hawaiian to the old course. That's what I'd do. And yes, I have Hawaiian golf shirts. In fact, my son and I wore our matching hot pink Hawaiian golf shirts for the Kentucky Derby on Saturday.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah, that's what I'd do. Let's talk Royals. Winners over the Guardians last night, 6-2. It was a game in which you get a Bobby Witt Jr. home run and a Jack Caglione home run. Certainly, Royals fans hope many more of those to come in the future. Michael Wacha was fantastic. They're having some fun, as Lucas Ursig so colorfully put it over the weekend. They love this stuff. Vinny Pasquantino, after the game, he stole a base, and he said, yeah, Bobby and I provide a real good 1-2 punch, stealing bases. They're having fun. Which is great because they were not having fun a couple of weeks ago.
And when they're having fun, we're having fun.
When they're having fun, we're having fun. It is, I say it all the time. There is nothing more fun and fulfilling than when your baseball team is in the mix all year long. And we follow the Royals. And, it's been fun to have a couple of teams to follow, Rangers, Royals for me. But the summers are better when the Royals are good. This is and the reason I think baseball provides this more than any other sport, and then why I always kind of, have that line, is because there's nothing else. And even if you watch the NBA and NHL playoffs in a month, there's nothing else. Like, it's baseball. And you're in at that point, you're in OTAs, which can be interesting depending on what team it is in the NFL. But I mean, come on now. Like, we're in the dog days at that point.
Yeah.
But it's okay if your baseball team's good. If your baseball team's good, you got it every day. It's not a slow time of the sports season. If your baseball team's good, you've got them every day. You get off work. All right, let's see what they're doing here. And when it's the Royals, we follow the Royals here. We're the home of the Royals here on KFH. Man, it just makes everything better. But when they're bad, it's rough time.
Yeah.
You're just staring at your watch. Is it September yet?
Plus, the other thing, when they are playing well and you talked about the fun of it. I think it's more fun than some other sports for another reason, that it's not as stressful or anxious as like one game, like when you're watching football season, where one game has so much.
Yeah. It's I don't know why it's different, but it's different. Like you go back to those World Series runs, and that is right when I moved here. First 2 years I lived here, and I was fortunate enough to get attached to those teams and chase them around the country and have all kinds of the buzz that it generates, especially now. Granted, at that point it had been 30 years for the Royals. And 30 in some bad years. So there was a little bit of buildup on that. But I also went to the Chiefs' first Super Bowl appearance in a long time. And it's what's interesting about it, I think, is when you get to baseball and you're around it, there's no buildup. It's every day. Like whether it's the end of the season in a chase or you start the playoffs, like the city and the region or whatever, like you're buzzing every day because it's a game day, basically. Every day is a game day. In football, you build it up for a week, right? You build it up, you build it up, you build it up, but there's not really anything happening. You get into the baseball, if it's good baseball, and you're rewarded tons of times because you got games every day you're playing.
It's a way of life.
Even the NBA playoffs, right? They take an absurd amount of time in between games in the NBA playoffs. It's one of the things that drives me crazy. Baseball, you play every day and you get a day to travel. And so you just continue this mountain of it. It's why it's excruciating when they're bad. It's why the month of April for the Royals mostly was excruciating. Like you cannot be serious right now that this is what's going to happen this year. But it's, equally rewarding on the other side of it. Man, this has been a fun week or so. And I would disagree with you a little bit. The good thing about baseball, the losses make me just as mad, but the better thing is you don't have to sit there and think about it for a week. You just get to play.
Right. Yeah. You get to move right on. Yeah, exactly.
I probably overreact to individual losses of a baseball season. I'm fully aware of that, and I will admit to that and will continue to do it. And also probably overreact a little bit. And I try not to do this as much, overreact to the good things that you see. Like my emotions may take me one way, but it is like you do try to settle in. And so now the Royals, who have won 8 of 10, how do we evaluate this? Is this for real? Which version of the Royals that we've seen is more real? The version we saw for the first, how many weeks are we into this season? 5? The first 3 weeks, or the version that we've seen the last 2, maybe 6? First 4 weeks versus the last 2 or 2.5 weeks. I think it's somewhere in between. I think we definitely have seen the ceiling, and that's probably right now. I think the floor we saw is probably a little lower than people would be comfortable with, which is also what we saw. So what is most likely through the end here? I think it's closer to the ceiling we're seeing than the floor. I hope. God, I hope. Like, they're not going to win 8 out of every 10 games they play the rest of the way.
No.
No team is. Yeah. But I think like, if we started the calendar over right now on May 5th and we looked at the rest of the games this season, I think they'll be above 500 in those games. Now, they're probably, and this is the discussion we've had, they're probably going to need to be a lot more than 500. That's the other thing we've got to really not let ourselves get too overhyped here. They're 3 games under 500 right now. If they finished 3 games over 500 the rest of the way, they're a 500 baseball team. That's not going to be good enough to reach the postseason. Right. So that's where you have to look at it. And again, try to think about how many wins is it going to take to reach the postseason? Like, what is that bare minimum? What should be the target? To me, the target's 88. If you get to 88, you're almost certainly getting in, right? You go down to like 86, 85, and it's like, you never know. You never know.
Because what were they last year?
What's that?
What were they last year?
Their finishing record?
Yeah. It was in the 8. I think it was the low 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was.
So exactly. Like, you got to put the bar.
82
yeah, you got to put the bar higher than that.
Yeah, and if I'm looking at last year's standings in Major League Baseball, it took 87 wins for the Tigers to win a tiebreak to get into as the last team in the American League. In the National League, it took 83 wins for the Reds to get in. Now, everybody else that made it in was 90 plus in the National League. The Reds were able to get in at 83. If you look at the American League this year, and I would still say if you want to guarantee it, 88's got to be the number. You can get in with less than that, though. You can. But who knows? They had 82. They were one off the National League, and they weren't even close last year by the end of it. So, okay. What does that mean now, though? We are 35 games into the regular season right now. So some quick math. That means there's 127 games left, and the Royals have got to get to, if they had to get to 88, that means we need to win 72 more games. So they need to go 72-55 to get to 88 wins. That is daunting. 72-55 means the rest of the way you're playing at a pace, was that 17 games above 500? Like, okay.
That shows you that
that's a lot. That's a lot to ask.
They're still behind the 8 ball, basically. I mean, it shows you that how bad the start was, that even as well as they're playing the last couple of weeks, that's how bad it was. They're still kind of playing catch up.
And they're going to be
quite a bit.
Probably the rest of the way they're going to be playing catch up.
And now, they have to have that mindset.
The other side there, but if you're the Royals, you don't think that way, right? You do not let that kind of conversation enter the equation. All you look at is, if you're the Royals, is where do we sit right now in the American League Central? Right. Like the goal right now, first and foremost, is we got to just win the division, and then it doesn't matter how many wins you have.
True. Yeah, so make it easier. Yeah.
Right now it's just you and Cleveland and Detroit, and I know Chicago's hanging in there. They're not going to hang around all season. If I'm wrong about that, so be it. But it's those 3 teams, and Detroit just lost Skubal for a long time. Okay.
And Jacob, the other thing to think about, you're asking last couple of weeks, last 10 games, what do we take out of that? What type of team is this? One thing about that, those wins in the last 10, a lot of them came against really bad Angels team too. And Seattle's not like Seattle's a top team or anything like that. It was on the road
right now. Yeah,
right.
They will be, but they're not right now. Sure. That's why this week is so important. I mean, it's Cleveland and Detroit. Right now, you get it head to head. If you can, if the Royals are a streaky team, and they are, and they have been, they were last year, they were the year before. Like, that's one thing we have a large enough sample size to know right now, is that the Royals are a streaky team. Love that or hate that, they are a streaky team. So to be on a heater right now while you're getting to play 4 against Cleveland and 3 against Detroit at home, you hope that heater can at least last through the end of this week, and that you can pile up a bunch of wins right now against those 2 teams. Because again, like, if we look at this big picture and we look at what it probably will take to reach the postseason in terms of total wins, that right now feels like too much. That feels overwhelming still, 3 games under 500. But if you just look at the standings, because why wouldn't you just look at the standings? You're like, oh, well, wait a minute. If you're in that clubhouse right now, you're like, we're a game and a half out. We can cover that this week. And then we control the destiny, right? And then it's on what the other teams do, not on what we do as much. So this is a fun week. They got out to a great start in the series. It will be a difficult task tonight. Kolek coming off the IL, making a spot start, going up against Cleveland's top guy. So who knows? Win this series. And in order to win this series, you got to win 3 out of 4 because it's a 4-game series. If they do that, they'll have Cleveland passed in the standings. Then it's on to Detroit without Tarik Skubal. So Royals fans, get hyped up for it. We'll have the game tonight. Pre-game coverage begins at 6 o'clock right here on KFH. We're coming right back. We got more Sports Daily. Don't go away.